Welcome to this new episode of The Disabled Life. The purpose of this podcast is to tell people how I live my life. The name I'm using on the podcast now is The Disabled Guy, because I felt that you needed to hear something as opposed to just my voice there. I'm a disabled male living in Florida with cerebral palsy. I'm here to tell you how I live my life and some of the volunteer work that I do and how I managed to do it with cerebral palsy. Without further ado, let's go into the episode. If the audio is a little different today, I apologize for you. I'm due to the fact that I am having an air conditioner put in, a wall unit, and I had to have my desk moved, and I am not in the correct, I am not in the same position I'm always in. So I'm having to handhold my microphone. I'm having to handhold. So let me go into the episode and tell you what I'm going to talk about today. As you heard in previous episode, I got a bill from Quest Diagnostics. It's a laboratory. So what had happened was, I went ahead and I put a payment plan on Monday. It actually was Juneteenth. I didn't even know that it was Juneteenth. So I'm here waiting for this bill because I feel that this bill I have to pay. There's no option, because I'm not gonna pay full price for something that I feel Medicare should have paid for. This is not right. I feel that Medicare should pay for all the bills. There's some things they don't pay for. They pay for 80% sometimes. They pay 80, and I got the second 20 if it's something like a procedure or something like that, where you have anesthesia or something. But okay, that I understand. That I agree to. But the problem is, I don't like it when all of a sudden they send you crazy bills and you have to deal with this, and you have to sit here and you have to do this and pay for things that you do not expect, because you can budget for things when you expect them. You can budget for things when you expect those things, but when you don't expect them, how can you budget? Does that make sense? Medicare, please pay what you need to pay. Don't pay like you did to one of my oncology guy. You paid $2. They paid $2 one time, and I was like, "What the heck are they doing that?" Excuse me. But that's crazy. I don't agree with that. They should just pay. So it's funny because this stuff has started to happen ever since the Joe Biden administration is in here. I don't understand why they won't pay. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. It really does not make sense at all. It's something annoying. I don't understand it. Something they shouldn't have to do. But we as disabled people that are on fixed incomes have to deal with all this. And the thing that I don't like is the fact that I had to deal with a stressful situation. I had to sit there on the phone and all this, and payment plan, and all this stuff that I shouldn't have to deal with. It's not correct. It is not correct at all. Well, I hope next week. I hope I'll be back on either. I don't know what day my friend is coming to help me with my air conditioning. God, it is terrible. This is annoying. I had to do this handhold. I don't like handholding a Shure SM58. It's something I'm not used to doing, but here I am handholding for you guys because I felt that you needed to hear my weekly podcast to me, it doesn't matter what that I'm going through. I guarantee you, I'm gonna put a podcast up for you guys, even though the only time I won't do it is if I'm sick in the hospital. If you remember correctly, I did one even when I had COVID. But this is thanks to the recorder that I have, because it is something that allows me to pause and continue on from where I was at. Because I could not have done that if I had the computer with just recording into the computer with that. Okay. In closing, let me say thank you for listening to this episode of The Disabled Life. You can follow me on the following platforms. You can follow me at Good Pods. You can leave comments, messages there. You can also follow me on Twitter at The Disabled Guy. And you can also listen to me on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, and many others. Once again, thank you for listening, and I'll also give you my email. My email is Kilo Echo 4 Kilo Echo Yankee, or KE4KEY@gmail.com. Once again, thank you, and thank you for your support, and I'll see you next week.